What's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah. And we're going back. Yes, we are. We're going back to the Fantastic Four, issue 68. And this man's mission, his mission, destroy the Fantastic Four. And how is he going to go about accomplishing this? And who's he going to destroy first? And why is Ben Grimm hooked up to this strange machine? Well, we'll find out, won't we? As the Fantastic Four at the hospital, and Allison is there after her ordeal with the Hive, and him, who ended up being Adam Warlock. Yes, catch the last episode if you missed it. And now, Thing is trying to give her flowers, talking to her. He actually missed her a lot, and she's cuddling to him, but Ben is afraid that if she had her sight, she would be horrified for the monster that he looks like as he walks off with his own insecurities bothering him. Reed tries to reach out, be a friend, but it doesn't work. Ben's too lost. Meanwhile, a scientist is captured, thrown into a cell, and hypnotized by someone. For this man was brought by Reed Richards, and he wants to know why he sent for him, what skills he has, and more importantly, why does Reed need them? This man reveals that he's a chemist, and he may have found a way to cure the cosmic radiation. Moreover, maybe a cure for Ben Grimm, as they're working on it. They've tried many times and failed each time, but this time Reed thinks he has it. He thinks that he has a way to cure Ben. Meanwhile, Sue's working on her new costume, and she ends up disappearing. She didn't want to show them yet. But Reed playfully stretches around her, trying to find her, even though she's invisible. And he ends up stretching on top of her, kind of folding himself around her. Yeah, I know what it looks like, folks. Anyway, she's struggling to get out. Thing uses a big, hefty breath and blows Reed away, and he goes flying everywhere like a deflated balloon. And of course, this kind of perks Ben up. He's having a good laugh as Reed kind of bounces around everywhere. And of course, he's also nervous about the procedure that's going to happen. Meanwhile, Storm and Crystal are kind of just kicking back with Storm's friends. He's showing off this car they've been working on. And he's finally introducing his friends to Crystal. And of course, they're hitting on her, giving her the wolf's eyes, this and that. And Storm's kind of a hothead. He's making this guy dance around a little bit. And Crystal's getting tired of all the macho BS, so she summons up a tornado and starts shaking everyone about, just to kind of teach them a lesson that she is not to be messed with. And of course, everybody gets it right away, since she isn't a human and she does control elemental powers. Of course, Reed's, kind of yucking it up a little bit for Ben to have a good laugh, stretching back slowly, trying to get Ben to crack a smile. Meanwhile, the scientist is captured, and this man is slimmed down. This man is ready to take on the form of this guy, putting on prosthetics, wig, crash diet, snipping the mustache, everything, so he could become this scientist, so he could go through with his plans to destroy the Fantastic Four once and for all. But how's he going to go about doing it, is the question, isn't it? Meanwhile, as this man makes his plans, Ben gets ready, trying to make a good impression for this scientist. Nervous, Reed tells him to take a deep breath, and his clothes just explode all over the place. I mean, he is all rock, and a big guy to boot. So he just rips everything, and it doesn't really matter, because they are going to cure him. The scientist walks in, and of course, this man who's pretending to be the scientist is going through his own plans on how to destroy the Fantastic Four. He will destroy them in his own mind as he goes up to see Reed. Of course, the introductions are set. They also meet Ben Grimm, and Ben kind of explains his power set, how much he could lift, what he can actually do, how strong he is, even though he looks like a brute. He's really not. Basically, it's just kind of a meet and greet at this point before they get all the gadgets ready. And of course, Ben goes over, he could crush this, he could do that. And this scientist promises he's going to make him a different man, but in ways that Ben has no idea how. But anyways, they begin testing, running through things, and Reed notices that this guy made a mistake, and Reed quickly corrects it. The scientist being surprised and Reed's ingenuity, his Thing walks around thinking what he's going to do. What if this doesn't work? Can he ever have a normal life, even with Allison? And he's lost in his own thoughts. He doesn't even notice a kid from Yankee Street firing something, hitting him in the head. He doesn't care at this point. He doesn't want to mess with them. He's just nervous. He wants this to go through. He wants to be human. He doesn't want to be a monster anymore. And everything's set. And yet Sue has a weird feeling about him. But she says a woman's intuition isn't enough to lay suspicion on such a prestigious scientist. Yet Ben crashes through ready for this test. Ready to get this over with. Ready to become a new man. As they bathe him in chemicals first. And yes, it looks like green sludge. And then they spray him with another beam. And now there's just one more to go. And this beam will bring everything together and turn his rock skin into flesh, making him human once more, supposedly. So they strap him down to the machine. And this scientist mentions that he made new calculations, and before Reed can stop him, he fires the blast out, hitting Ben. Changing Ben, but not into a human, not into the form that he desired. Something clicks with him. He starts to lose his mind. He flies into a rage. And now we realize a scientist's plan, that he will use Ben Grimm. He changed his personality, and he will use him to destroy the Fantastic Four. But will his plan work? Will he succeed? We'll find out the next time, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.